like a bad energy come, and like a person, there was a very big bad energy just swarmed around me just now, made me feel really uncomfortable and not want to necessarily do this live because I'm not sure where that energy is coming from, who that energy may be coming from, and how it could possibly affect my life. So I'm trying to sit here and maybe like um, not totally have to cancel it, but let me turn that down. Otherwise, it's gonna be a massive echo because it's camera on TV as well. And then also, I'm worried about my lighting issue and stuff, so I don't want my light to go out because that's just going to be another thing that's going to annoy me. And it's weird sometimes how that happens. Like everything was cool. I was in a good mood and I was ready to it's Friday, you're live, and then I don't know, it's weird energy, weird juju. It's not. I'm not liking the way I feel about it. I don't know. I don't know why that is. And it's real intense too right now. It's real negative. It makes I really would. I mean, I really. Let me see if I can get you the link real quick. Um, Copy it to clipboard. Hold on, we got to do it like this. I got you, buddy. I'm going to go into there and from my StreamYard. See if this will work real quick. My StreamYard. I don't know if there might be an echo for just a second, guys, while I get the link for my live stream, actually. What? No, there's nearby share. Let me turn nearby share on. I'll do this real quick. And turn on, turn on, turn on. Okay. Send it to Embers. Then I can send it to and it should work correctly. And here. Now let's get out of this one. Wait, let me get that settings. Now this is going to be freaking interesting. Here we go. Bingo. Copy clipboard. And this should, if everything goes right with your girl here in a second. I don't know how I'm going to pull this off, but this may be crazy right here. Miss Rich. Get this link. See if that works. And make what makes sense. The StreamYard or just everything going on the damn planet right now, because bless it. Now, if this works and he's able to join me, that would be super cool. Because that'd be the first time I've been able to actually invite a guest up on with me, and it actually works. So, how are you doing today, Grandma Sherry? It is so good to see a familiar face in the chat and everybody else watching right now too. I want the Queen, like OMG, OMG, don't get me started. Like because I'm not even gonna lie, I truly did enjoy seeing what kind of stuff she. I loved her in lime green. I always liked her in lime green. So, um, did I send him the right one? Copy clipboard, and it should have. I should have. Should have went to him. Mm. But I'm real curious about how the coronation. I'm like, I mean, seeing a king or queen get coronated is a big deal. Like I've not seen that in my lifetime. Obviously, most people haven't. Most people didn't even get to see her coronated. Um, so I think that's super cool. Plus, I think it's awesome that Kate is now Princess of Wales, first one to hold that title since Princess Diana. I think that's awesome. I wish she'd just punch Megan in the face, just because like she's a dang, she's a trauma pimp. I can't stand it. I really can't. And after the week I had last week and all the stuff that's just happened to me just in the last couple of days since I've been back home, uh, I'm almost ready to run back over there. Like, take me back, y'all. But I think it's just because of everything that's going on right now. My life is a little chaotic. It's a lot for me to absorb. Um, it's a lot of letting go stuff I'm gonna have to do soon, and I'm just not ready to process all that. I hope you guys can hear me well too because I'm not sitting so close, but I'm hoping that my mic is working because I have to use the mic on the freaking what you call it. But so like I'll probably be moving from where I'm at now, and then he's a King Charles is addressing the Commonwealth as we speak, um, and go Midwest before probably heading out towards Oregon to continue this work on this dream that we all have. So, but I gotta tell you, man, I don't know. Maybe they're doing something here right now in my area that's got like frequencies or something off because it really did just come out of nowhere. You can tell. Like, I'm sitting here drinking coffee. It's making me tired. So I don't know. I don't know. I used to wake up. The weather would make up its mind too around here. Like, let me know if you got that, Rich. I did send you the link. I know you weren't, Um, and I also don't know how to check if people come in and they're backstage. I don't know. Um, I'm still getting used to all that stuff too. So yeah, let me check. See private chat. Is there people chat with everyone back? And let's see settings. Guest. Guest if you're in place. Guest. Um. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, so it should tell me when he comes. It should let me know when he comes in. But if he does, I did send him the link. So um, yeah, because like I missed the Sunday show. I missed this past week's Sunday show because stupid stuff here that they do in our town. Basically, it's just modern day slavery, and I got to look more into bond referendum stuff around here, and I got to go have discussions with city planning, I think it was, and some other damn group of oppressive fucking adults trying to tell other adults how to live, and it's annoying. But so I've also got to figure out how to talk to them appropriately without cussing so much and seeming completely uneducated and unprofessional because neither of those am I. I just tend to lean towards that when I'm talking amongst people that are like my peers. Like when I pick up the phone and I'm answering the phone for a complete stranger, I promise you it's not gonna be like how I would pick up the phone for one of you guys or something like that. Like two totally different people picking up the phone. Like there's phone manners and there's M's manners on the phone. They're way different. So like and all the stuff that I'm going through and I'm gonna like have to process is like not shit that I haven't really been through before already, but it's like it's that it's this at this time. Like why does it have to be right now? Like it's just another one of those tests that the universe is putting me through and it's frustrating me. It's making me want to like punch a brick wall. I can't be doing that. So that's why I've also stayed away from true crime a little bit because man, they're so close over there in that true crime community to just messing everything up for so many different cases right now, and I just can't even. Like I said, 2022 is I can't even, and then the Queen died. No, I really can't even now, y'all. I can't. Like I'm so frustrated. I'm so frustrated with everything that's going on in the world, everything that's going on in my personal life, and everything was fine earlier, and all of a sudden all it was like here, right before you go live in, get real worked up over that stuff. And what I would do normally is I'd be like, you know what, I'm probably just gonna stop this and go for a walk because it's nice. But it just keeps going sunny, gray, sunny, gray, sunny, gray, sunny, gray. So see sunny coming out. No. It's like the weather or something. Somebody's I feel like somebody's deliberately sending bad energy and vibes to me right now for some reason. I can't even imagine why somebody would be mad at me right now doing that. But whoever you are, suck my balls if you're the one sending bad energy my way, okay? That's all you're getting from me. After that, if I have to send it your way, you better be ready with your Jesus or whoever. Hi, how are you? I'm sorry, I'm having a little moment because before I went live, all this negative energy started coming towards me. It started messing me up. So I'm trying to get rid of it. And I should be really happy because hey, how'd your doctor's appointment go the other day? Um, the Halloween, it does. It opens today or tomorrow. And it's like this huge, like super mega tent full of like everything Halloween accessory costumes from children's to adults and specialty stuff, all that. It's like it's my heaven. So I really want to go and check that out. Whether or not that's actually going to get to happen, because when you tell people the truth, they tend to hate you and not like you so much. So right now in my circle of people, I'm on their shit list because I just told them how it was. Like if you want to get up every day and you want to have ill like energy, that's cool. Keep it with you and keep it away from me. Because the second you bring it around me, I'm gonna unleash that little pits of hell on you. Because I don't want to vent. I do not need them doing that to me to where I end up venting all my shit to you. You guys don't need that. You're not my therapist. That's not what you're for. And when they do stuff like that, it makes me want to just go and beat them in the face. But I don't want to go back to jail, so there's that. That's always a good incentive, right? So what I did yesterday was like I walked all the way around the entire park, the longest way too, just to get some fresh air and to be like, okay, you know, think of all of the stuff you've been through, like literally all of the stuff you've been through. You survived every bit of it, every bit of it. You got a little bit of residual trauma. You're dealing with it. You're working through it. We all do, day by day. That's what we do. But look at you. Look at you with your badass self surviving that. Yeah, you're good. It's just the not reacting part. That's what me and Rich are always talking about and always working. Me not reacting. That's like pulling a pin from a hand grenade and hoping to God that it's so old that it won't react. That's basically what you're asking for when you go, if a police don't react, you're like, oh God, it's like damn near impossible. So, yeah. Uh, was a real learning experience, though, while I was gone last week doing all that involuntary time. Yeah, it sucked. But I sat there for a minute and I kept thinking, I was like, what did I do last year that I got a ticket for injury to real property? I broke a light bulb on the back porch in front of the cops. So I got a ticket for that, and then I missed that court date. So, and they just love messing with me at this time of year to see how far they can push my buttons because they know that this is my PTSD trigger month. The entire month is nothing but one big loop trigger. And every year, it seems like they test me a little harder and a little harder and a little harder. And my goal every year is don't be in jail, don't be in the hospital on September 14th or the 24th. So far, so good. Knocking on wood, knocking on some more wood. Thank you for joining me. I hope you guys are doing okay today. I hope you guys are having a better Friday than I am so far because mine is kind of sucked. I might go get some ice cream though in a minute. That might make it better. Ice cream makes everything better, yeah. I was watching Jason's Arcade, his most recent video upload about, I can't remember what it was, but he was wearing a Spider-Man t-shirt this morning when I was watching it. I can't remember specifically because I got sucked into the different uh, time things that he was talking about, different like times and timelines, and I know they do, man, and they know my buttons are easily the buttons that you do push to get me to react. It's not very hard to get them to do it, and it's the only ones you can use. Other than that, most things that people could use to get other people to react, I'll just laugh. I'm like, okay, good luck with that. That's never gonna get me to react. But other things, man, and it's like there is no like happy medium with my reaction. Once you hit that button, it's like setting off tons of dynamite, and I hate that. I can't stand that about me. And when they get me to do that, it just like reiterates, like, this why you don't react, Emma. Look what you did. I'm like, yeah, I should have just done the ashtray. It is so hard for me. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I could ever get people to truly understand how little patience I had from the start. And then I got pregnant very early, so I was forced to have patience because I was a mother. There was no choice. I had to learn it, and I had to learn it real quick. And also pretend that I was an adult with patience and not some child raising a child with patience. Did a pretty good job of convincing that too, but it was hard. Life's hard. Everything is for me. Sometimes it's like, why? Yes, because if you can't recognize it, yeah, you're not even going to be able to begin to acknowledge where you need to start changing it. You know, and like, so when I have people in my life trying to tell me that I don't know how to calm down and I just need to chill out sometimes, and these are the same people that can be mad by 8 a.m. over fucking nothing, I'm like, you get a dictionary. I'm going to Amazon right now and ordering you a dictionary for Christmas. And sometimes we'll just be sitting around and reading off words like, oh, by the way, remember the other day that word that were talking, it actually means this. So contextually, the other day you were wrong. I'm just saying. And if that was me, vice versa, I'd be like, all right, next time I'll know to use it the right way, or, hopefully. It's not even about being right or wrong. It's just like when you fuck up, own it and do better the next time. That's all I care about. But when you fuck up and then you don't own it and I have to confront you about it, and then there's even a next time and I'm looking at you and you give me this deer in the headlight look like you don't know why I'm mad, there is a tiny little homicidal demon in my brain that literally just wants to just and just like venom just snatch you out and just be done. But I can't do that. Society frowns upon that. They want us to turn the other cheek and love them through it. And I'm like, well, put your cheek out there then. 'Cause I'm tired of doing it. And if one more bratty teenager kid asks me for gas and they're talking about weed, I'm going to grab them by their ear and take them to their mama and ask her what is wrong with her. And why did she raise her children to talk to people like that? Don't they have their own friends they can get weed from? Besides asking somebody's grandma out in the middle of the street who they don't even know if she's got weed or not. Like, next time they do, I'm just going to be like, no, but if you give me your mom's number again, I think she's got some. Why don't you just go ask her? That's where I get mine from. Really? You said was that when you would get mad, you would turn into Medusa? I would love it if my kids called. I've been called a banshee before. I've also been called abrasive. I was like, I'm not a Brillo pad, but I guess so. I've also been called literally the spawn of Satan. I've been called Satan. I've been called everything but my name, and it's appropriate. I get called a dude a lot. Excuse me, sir. I'm like, sir, like whatever. But okay. My kids, they know. I just got to give them a look and they go. And then they see me move, they're like, "Oh God, she's coming," and they know. But my kid, that's not like that. Now, shoot, I wouldn't do that with my son. He could probably pick me up and throw me because he's almost like 6 foot tall, and probably outweighs me by at least 80 pounds or more. Because I know I weigh less, like a little less than 100. So yeah, and he's like six. No, he's like right at. I think he's right at 6 foot. Yeah. I do. They're a weird laugh. I do sometimes. Oh man, every once in a while you'll hear a little snorkel come out of me too, just because I get so tickled. I just can't even help it, and I laugh. And I'm one of those people that laugh in times where it's inappropriate, and I have to catch myself and go, or make jokes way too soon. Like, yeah, that's me. It's not even my intention. It's like there's something subconsciously in my brain goes, say the wrong thing right now. I'm in a hurry, and I'm like, wait, what? No, and then I'll say it and go, why did you do that? Like you literally yesterday, I got up and I was reading this Clemens in the hospital, and my friends were all talking about. I was like, y'all need to quit panicking, okay? She's fine. She's been on the throne for like 80 years. She ain't going nowhere, right? And like 10 minutes later, they're like, she's dead. I'm like, shut up. And they're like, no, seriously. I was like, no, you guys don't understand. Last time I did this, the Pope died. Last time I said something like that, the Pope died. So like, they're like, no, she's really dead. I was like, wonder what Prince Andrew's doing. Is he throwing a party? You know. So I had to read that like 3 or 4 times. I was like, so I got a goat laugh. So it's like like a bat laugh. And I was like, wait, like LeBron James, like so many things went through my head just and I was like, okay, whatever. Just let it go. But sometimes I have this really like, especially when I'm watching them on Sundays, me and Sarah get tickled and it's the weirdest laugh. I'll just like, it's like, it's so mainly like, it's so weird, super weird. But yeah. Yeah, I have some pretty weird, little weird quirks. Like I've trained my body to do weird little things. Like I was telling when I was in because I don't know if some of y'all know I was in jail. I was in jail this past week. That's where I've been. I've been MIA. I got out the other day, but the cellmate that I had, like every time I would go, first thing I do in the morning is go pee, and as soon as I sit on the toilet because I've gas from overnight, first thing I do is just fart. It's like super loud, and but because I had a really traumatic incident in kindergarten, this is the only time of day that you'll auditorily ever hear that. Most of the time is because I've trained myself to do it quietly. And so, like, every time I'd get up in the morning and my cellmate would say that, I'm like, I'm so sorry. It's just like, that's why I hate jail. It's just like, it's always the worst time because, like, you got to eat, sleep, and everything all in the same area across from other people. And it's like, I'm not a sleeper. My cellmate was a sleeper. I get up and walk around, and my ankles popping. It was driving her nuts. Yeah. Plus, I have autism, so when um, the wind from the air conditioner would blow over my ear a certain way, it would make this weird like nails on the chalkboard feeling. And then I had a moment. They had to put me in a chair. I got out of the chair partially. I cannot behave. You'd be better off to just hope that I calm down and leave me unconfined because as soon as you try to confine me to try to teach me some form of behavior, it's going to go catastrophically the opposite way. Like, yeah, I give stop resisting a whole nother level of whoa. See, what it is once I should never have been one time. And I know people say this a lot, but I can break it all down for you guys one day and even show you all the documents. The very first time I got arrested was for trespassing at my parents' house, but they didn't arrest me at my parents' house trespassing because I wasn't trespassing at my parents' house. I was here at home where I was supposed to be, but I had had a warrant for that before, and my parents had forgot to go to court and drop it. And my sister found out about it and called and told them where I was, knowing that I had that warrant that I didn't even know I still had. and had them come pick me up. So I had to do jail time for something that I didn't do. And while I was in there, having never been in jail before, pitched a temper tantrum and caused another charge to occur, which is called injury to real property, which is basically like you break. What I did that time was break a telephone inside the jail, but it didn't break. It just, the receiver popped off and I screwed it back on. And they ended up throwing that out because I said I'm not pleading guilty to that because that phone wasn't broke. You can go check the cameras. No, I'll plead guilty to the trespassing. I'm not pleading guilty to that. So the other day they show up again because last year they had came over here to give me a warrant for trespassing. I was like, I live here, so explain that. They're like, you can take it up with the judge. I was like, fine, I will. But I was having a temper tantrum and I broke my back porch light. And the cops saw me do it. So they're like, we're going to have to write you a ticket for that. And I was like, but you're not going to take me to jail. And they're like, no, but you need to show up for your court date. I was like, okay, well, that was in September. September is a very traumatic month for me. The last thing I'm thinking about is going to court. So I missed my court date on the 29th of September of last year. That is what they came and picked me up for just the other day. And they held me all over Labor Day weekend and unsecured my bond on Tuesday, which is why I was able to get out Tuesday and not Monday. Because I comply. I don't ever run from them. Like, cause I'm never breaking the law, and the crimes that they try to charge me with always end up getting tossed out on some stupid technicality because they're not doing their job right and they're not doing their paperwork right and they do not understand the law. Period. Because they're charging me with shit that I'm not even doing, and I don't. It gets me frustrated. But I think part of it has a little bit to do with the where I grew up and where they have me listed as being raised. They look at me as almost like a certain class of person before they ever talk to me and realize that just because I'm from here or live there or grew up like that doesn't mean that I'm some dumb country bumpkin that doesn't know what she's talking about or doesn't have a clue about the law and how it works or sovereignty or anything. And then that's where it gets really weird when I get in jail. They're like, wait, she's smart. So how are we gonna? You're not gonna trick me into pleading guilty for shit I didn't do. I'm gonna make you do your job, and you're gonna either prove it or it's gonna get tossed out. That's why we live in America, so we can do. So we're able to know the law, and but I would never just actually defend myself like that. I'm not that. I'm not that. But I would debate my lawyer heftily if he tried to convince me to plead to charges that I didn't commit or like take some like lesser plea, still pleading guilty to shit I didn't do, or like the Alfred plea, like y'all have enough evidence to convict me and I can see that, but I'm still maintaining my innocence. No. The only time I was okay with that was when the West Memphis Three Debits they needed to get out. That was the only way they were ever going to get out. So no, if you look at the jail that I stayed in here in the state of North Carolina, the jail that I have just got out of is in the top five, I think, if not the number one deadliest jail in the state because they've had so many inmates just die on their watch when that could have been prevented. Yeah. Yeah, they're not Buncombe County is not. They're pretty crappy. There are some COs and stuff up there that are pretty cool people, like they're locals, so they treat people differently. But then you've got a lot of young bucks up there now that are rookies and they're out to prove something and they're just dicks like all the way around. And then they do not know how to deal with people like me. They're not used to people like me just being so outspoken and telling them like when you're out in the street off duty, you're not wearing that badge and it's just a piece of plastic. And I look at you just like I look at every other person that puts their same socks on the same way I do every fucking day. That badge ain't shit. Your gun scares me about that much because I believe in reincarnation. So if you shoot my ass, I'll probably be back. So, and they don't. I mean, like, they literally have nothing better. They jacked me for a knife and a box cutter that I had that I used for my art and stuff. Like, I was in the middle of scraping a vase when they showed up that day so I could re-pour it. And they got my brand new box cutter and I had a box cutter knife, brand new blades and all, and they kept them both because they found brass knuckles in my what you call it, in my bag. What happened to my stream? Are we back? Come on now. No. Is it froze? Let me see. Let me do it like this. Nope. Are we back? Can you hear me now? Yeah, I think we're good. But yeah. So, and what was weird though was my sister. I have a younger sister. I've talked about her like briefly before. She had got arrested a day or two before, so they all made sure to let me know that my sister was in. I was like, well, cool. Let her know that I left her a care package at our parents' house around my mom's birthday, so she'll have some clothes and stuff like that when she gets out. And they were like, oh, you're looking out for your big sister. I'm nope. That's my little sister. I'm the big sister. I love my sissy. I pray for my sissy, and I hope she's doing okay. And but I have to love her from a distance because if not, it's just you know won't be good personally, growth wise or anything like that. Which I'm kind of excited because her daughter actually contacted me the other day, and I haven't seen my niece, her daughter, since she was about 5 or 6, and she's getting ready to turn 13 or 14 in November. Yeah. And she looked me up the other day and was talking to me, and I was really excited to get to chat with her. And so hopefully next summer she'll come over here and visit me and my daughter and all that stuff and my grandson, which I got to go meet him soon too. So I'm really excited about that. I need to go see my son today because this has been his first full week back at school, and I think he's a freshman this year. No, maybe he is a sophomore. And so I want to see how that's working out because he's at that age where like, you know, how he feels, how some guys can feel about school and stuff like that. So it's a good thing that I don't actually live too far from him. So if I really wanted to, I could just walk over there. It might take me a little longer than I'd want to, but yeah, I can always walk over there. And I have no problem walking at all. That's probably another reason why I'm so skinny. And here comes the lawn, people. Gotta love it. Been quiet all day. And it's about to rain, so I don't know why the hell they're even trying to do that. Like, I really, really don't. But I'm really craving like spaghetti. I wonder if I should just go get some stuff from the store and then come back and make spaghetti and do like a live stream while I'm just cooking. That sounds kind of good because I'm craving spaghetti so bad. It ain't even funny. Yeah. But and then also I didn't have no coffee while I was in there. I didn't have no caffeine. You know how if you haven't been to jail, it's basically hell um, in a nutshell. Especially if you're a coffee drinker and you don't have coffee anymore and stuff like that. It's a nightmare. So yeah, and I didn't have my regular anxiety medication. They don't give you that kind of stuff unless they know you're going to be in there for an extended amount of time. So yeah, it was really really difficult. Um, I do know that there was some stuff going on in the cul-de-sac that I had to do with Raytheon. So I was letting some of the traffic die down and the next second shift get started. And then I was going to walk down there and take pictures and see what I could find out incognito style. I have a splinter in my hand, you guys. So I think what I'm going to do is give you guys a little break. And then also, I was talking to Richie over here on the phone too at the same time, but he's also got business going on too. So I'm going to take Annie for a walk, see what's going on near the cul-de-sac, grab some supply. The grocery store is right by the house, and then I will schedule a live stream later for cooking. And I hope to see you all then. And we can keep talking more about. You can feel free to leave comments about whatever you guys may want to talk about. If you're into sports, because I do watch football, watch professional football, and I saw that the Bills kicked the. I don't want to jinx them. That's as much as I'm gonna say about the Bills. So, Seahawks is actually my favorite team, but I'm a little disappointed because Russell Wilson's gone. Then we got Baker Mayfield here now in North Carolina. I don't know how to feel about that. Patrick Holmes still eats ketchup on his steak, which is just absolute treasonous right there in and of itself. So we can talk about sports, we can talk about music, we can talk about food, we can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. We can even talk about Game of Thrones. I watched a little bit of that this weekend, and ew, yeah, no, that's a big no. It was cool at first, and then all of a sudden it got real weird real quick, and I was like, "Yep, I'm out." On that note, we can even talk about the good old. If you haven't seen my little series called Blueberry Blunt Wraps in the Black Onyx Ring, that character is still reoccurring, popping up in my life and driving me absolutely bonkers as well. So, y'all just be thinking about what you want to talk about. I'm gonna go out here and walk the dog, and grab some grub to bring back and cook, and then if you guys are not busy this Friday, I'm not, and we can all hang out. So just let me know. See you guys soon. Much love. One love.